Sup? All right. So if you're like me, I have strong, ambitious goals for my life. One of my major goals is I want a big family, at least like 15, maybe 20 kids. And I want to raise them all to be killers and very successful in this world and maybe start like a dynasty or something or I don't know, something like that, like a little organization, me and my kids. So that's my goal. But I have other goals too, like getting money, building businesses or businesses, just basically just making money or trying to, escape the system or whatever. I caught myself doing this the other day and I thought, holy shit, this would be a great video to talk about, great subject to talk about. And it's like you say you're gonna do something, right? Like start going to the gym every day, start eating right. You're gonna go talk to that girl. You're gonna start that business, XYZ, blah blah blah. You say you're gonna do it, and then you start thinking about you doing it, and you start thinking about you succeeding in your mind and how great your life would be if you talked to that baddie and maybe she slept with you, or you started that business and now you drive a Ferrari, or you start eating right and now you have a killer body, and now that baddie slept with you, and then you got mad money because you're hot and you drive a Ferrari. You start thinking about all these, great things, and you get all this free dopamine in your mind for not even doing anything. You're just having a fucking thought. You're just thinking about, doing something instead of actually going out and doing the work. Like, all right, let me take a step back because my mind, like, this is so stupid. And once I realized this, my entire world changed. Okay, so when you think about, let's say, starting a business, because this is the easiest example. So you're thinking about starting a business. Say you want to start a agency, like a copywriting agency or something like that. Say, all right, I'm gonna email 100 clients a day with my free offer, hopefully land one. And you sit there and you're thinking about, oh, I emailed this one guy and he said, oh my God, I love your offer. And then I want to work with you here, take all my money. Now I have all this money and I'm rich. And I'm rich. And now my crush loves me. And you go down this rabbit hole of free dopamine. You're literally thinking about the reward of putting in this hard work and getting the dopamine from it, and you're skipping the hard work. You're basically tricking your mind. You're basically masturbating. You're literally mind masturbating. All right? You're tricking your mind into releasing dopamine so you feel good without doing any actual work. Dopamine is terrible in that sense. Dopamine is good if you've earned it. If you've put in the work and then you get a little dopamine to keep putting in the work. That's how it's supposed to work. But phones and today's society and everything's now in the moment has hijacked this system and ruined it for a lot of people. Reels is just fucking your dopamine. All that scrolling. And I'm guilty of this. I love Reels. I know I made a video about deleting Instagram. Instagram is still on my damn phone. All right? I can't get rid of that shit. It's too good. You hijack your dopamine and then your life just gets fucked and you're just lazy because really, people do all these things in life. They go accomplish all these great things in life for dopamine, right? Back in the day, you would actually do this shit to get the dopamine, all right? Now you just scroll on Reels. You think about how great your life would be if you actually took some action instead of actually taking the action and bettering your life. That's why you see all these gurus online giving out free advice, because they know you're hooked on the dopamine cycle I was just talking about, and they know you're never going to be anything, and they know you're just mind masturbating. Your life would be exponentially better if you realized this and actually started putting in some work in your life. Delayed gratification, that is the best thing for you. All right, now I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm saying you should at least strive for delayed gratification. Some examples are eating right, the gym, focusing on yourself, God, reading your Bible every day, praying, bettering your future, like going to school for something that'll like like healthcare or something to get a job right out of college. There's a few college degrees that aren't that bad. You need to stop dreaming about your goals, all right? And you need to start taking action on them. It's okay to think what you want your goal to be, but don't go down, don't start daydreaming the fantasy. All right? Stop yourself. You control your mind. Your mind is under your control. All right? You have to realize that you control your mind. You control what you think. You might think your mind controls you, but that's not true. You control what you think. If you're having a thought you don't like, think about something else. It will go away. All right? My baseline, like if I'm having a negative thought, I start thinking about God. I start thinking about God. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if I should go fuck myself in the comments below. If you'd like to see more content like this, I'd love to. You know, my channel, I'm small, I only got like 5 subs right now. So if you comment something, I will respond to you. Like we could talk in the comments. All right, so yeah, so I encourage you to, let's talk in the comments. If you want to see any other topics you want me to talk about, leave them in the comments below. Anything, yeah, I don't know. Uh, Peace. Make sure to like and subscribe.